was sort of, it loops around the lobby, the quote unquote lobby. It's downstairs, but they all kind of milled about in there. So the entire band was just hanging out.
We got to see the pre-show rituals.
Yeah, where they prayed, they jumped up and down, they did like fake boxing. It was funny to watch, and they were so humble. I didn't get any pictures with John Mark McMillan,
And as
but
a joke,
Yeah, because they were rushing him out. They were like, "You guys have to be out here by like 11 or whatever."
Yeah, they were really pushing him out because there's rules and laws and regulations in New York about that stuff.
One guy, as a joke, there were like rugs in the corners. One guy picked up a rug and then
Oh yeah, did a fake gun. Yeah, it was fun. It was roll up rug. That was I don't know his name, but he's from a band called hold on, I'll find out.
It's one of those signatures on the CD.
Yeah, he's in a band called. Hold on.
And then they
in a band called Jude Moses. He played keys for John Mark McMillan, and so anyway, they get out and they just rocked the house when they were playing,
I got to see them perform my favorite song, the song that I heard from them first. That was the only song that I really wanted to hear from them.
So we didn't. I did not intend on buying.
I don't like any of their other songs. That's my favorite one.
I did not intend on buying merchandise, but we ended up doing it mostly because I just really admired the guys I was hanging with. We were hanging out with Tyson for a while. We were hanging out with Mike Mains, just really getting to know them. They're guys that are out there hustling their art. They're out there doing what they can to get their name out there. And so I said, you know what, Tyson, I want to buy your LP. I want to buy the vinyl. Because it's $20. $20 for the vinyl. And I don't have a record player, but he signed it to me because I helped out with merch. And he gave us the CDs of the EP.
Because I use CDs.
Yeah. So he gave those to us anyway, just as a courtesy. And so that was cool, and then we got the vinyl and the CD of John Mark McMillan's Mercury and Lightning, and the kids managed to get the whole band to sign, including John.
Did his wife sign this one?
Sarah.
Did Sarah sign this one?
I think that's
because there's 6. There's 6 on this one on the vinyl.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I think that's her signature.
It's
a little heart.
I don't know. Did they sign in the same spots? No, they didn't. Steven signed down there.
I think that's John.
That's John Mark. That's John Mark.
Is that Sarah's?
Sarah's is the one with like the heart because it's like a little heart.
No, that's. I don't know. We're doing anyway. So we got the whole bands to sign the CDs and the LP. It was really, really neat. Fun experience, and I really can't wait for them to come like this way because where we live, we don't get shows like that. Tyson was in Buffalo actually with opening for Judah and the Lion. That's how I discovered who he was, and that was last year. And I couldn't go because I was at another concert actually. So. Anyway, it was a really fun experience, so I checked them out. I'm going to link their iTunes on the podcast. We took a lot of great pictures, and then we basically went, slept, and drove all day to get home, and here it is.
I slept 90% of the time.
Yeah, here it is, super late at night, and it's time to wrap up our little post-New York unpacking of our day. So let's do. We're not going to do dad jokes this time because I don't have any. I don't have any tonight. I'm out. I'm fresh out of dad jokes this week. I'll have more next week. We'll have an extended dad jokes segment. What? I don't even remember the one she told me. So we'll have an extended dad jokes. But let's talk about. Number one favorite memory from New York Comic Con or New York City this weekend. Go ahead, Josiah or Jonas.
My favorite probably was meeting Mike Miller.
Mike Miller.
Because I got a print from him. I got a Calvin and Hobbes print, but it isn't Calvin and Hobbes. It's Rocket and Groot, and they're in the wagon, and they're on like another planet. It reminded me of the Spaceman Smith ones, and that's my favorite line of Calvin and Hobbes.
Okay, Josiah, what was your favorite moment this weekend?
I like seeing the Toy Pizza guys and getting to talk with them and secret info on their news.
Yes, that was kind of cool.
I'm super excited about that.
That was kind of cool.
And we got to meet the guys from 1,000 Toys that like run the whole show, which is so cool because I admire those action figures so much.
Yeah. Hold on. Outside of spending time with you guys, which is always fun, it's always fun to get out with your kids. And I had like a epiphany this weekend about time. Time is finite, love is not. You have only a little bit of time left, time here on this planet, and you have an infinite amount of love you can give to people, and especially the ones that you're blessed to be around every day. So that was the best part for me. But probably if we're putting aside the schmaltzy stuff about family and love and hanging with my sons, definitely the concert last night was eye-opening to seeing these guys super humble, that are super talented and destined for greatness. Just hanging out with us, talking about Scott Pilgrim with Josiah. That's what Tyson was doing. Or
yeah, I was showing him some of my drawings.
Yeah.
And, Tyson was like, "Oh, are you in the comics and stuff?" And I told him, "Yeah, I'm really into like the new Batman stuff, and I like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World a lot because I've actually read like the previews for like the first one and stuff like that." He was like, "Yeah, that's so cool, man."
Yeah, he's super super cool. Mike was just like super humble. Mike even said some pretty deep things from stage. I thanked him for because they were really important. And just being at that in that environment, it was just a really neat experience, and it was very very enjoyable, and it was awesome. And I got to share it with you guys, which is cool. Not often do you get to share your love of certain types of music with your kids, but I had a chance to kind of show them some stuff I've been into, and they walked away with a little bit of insight into what I'm into and getting into it themselves. It was kind of cool. So Jonas has one dad joke, and then we're going to call it the end of a show.
So, what do you call someone who owns chickens?
Who takes care of chickens?
Yeah, a chicken tender.
Ah, okay.
What's the quickest way to get to the hospital?
You want me to show you?
Stand in the middle of the street.
Okay. All right. It was my turn to roll my eyes at that. Thanks so much for listening to the Because I Said So podcast. I am Jeremy. Coming up November the 4th, if you are local to the Rochester area, I will be doing stand-up for my capstone project for RIT. I would love to see you there. It's at 6:30. The doors open, and the show starts at 7. I'll be doing 20 minutes of stand-up, recording it for posterity so I can edit it. Posterity? I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, recording it so I can edit it for my capstone project. Would love to see you there laughing at my dumb jokes that I've written myself. All original material, all clean, all ages welcome. Please come out. If you have any questions, you can contact me using our Because I Said So Facebook page. Just look for the Because I Said So podcast on Facebook. And would love to get messages from you. Rate, review us on iTunes. If you do that, there might be a gift in it for you. I don't know what the gift would be, but I'll determine it. It might be a Toy Pizza action figure that I just steal from my children because I paid for them.
I will put mine in lock boxes.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Not because you wanted to.
Because
I said so.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.